This is JJ Solomon.
This is Ray Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast.
IOTBA, Mr. 214, Senor Dos, uno cuatro, Senor Dos, 14, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. D Boys Can't Touch Me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast, episode 83, and you know I'm here with my dog, my brother from another. Do you understand me? Mr. JJ Solomon. What's poppin', my guy?
We're live and in person, bro. Live and in living color, dog. Episode 83. And we're still growing. We might have some weird audio issues with a little bit of echo tonight. We ask that y'all sit through it. We got a great guest. We got a lot to talk about. Before we do, though, just a quick reminder, guys. Also, we know the layout looks a little weird. We're growing through it. We're just going to go through it tonight. So y'all bear with us. Reminder, guys, 100% of all of the super chats and super stickers will go to Joel Jusino's family, who we recently lost. Joel Jusino, Boxing Barbecue, lost him over the weekend, left his girlfriend here. They moved in from out of town, so they need all the help you can get. Long story short, they can get. So any contribution will be great. 100% of all our super chats and super stickers will go directly to family of Joel Justino. Also, we'll read those comments when we're done with Coach Lenny, just so we're not interrupting any type of flow. But without further, I ruined the surprise. I ruined the surprise of who we had on. Corey, I don't know if you want to go and introduce him.
Yeah. This guy right here, he deserves a proper introduction. Do you understand me? I mean, he came on our show last time, right? And he told us how they do down there where they from, you understand me? And not only did he work hard, him and his fighter, to get to this position, they have came to the top of the division. He reigns the 140-pound IBF champion of the world. Now, when I introduce this guy, I'm going to introduce him as world championship trainer, Coach Lenny. In the building, Coach Lenny, what's popping?
What's popping?
Oh, man, we so happy to have you back, Coach Lenny, because I can remember, right?
Yeah.
When we had you on our show a few months ago, we talked about all this, and it wasn't nobody.
Small.
Yeah, it wasn't nobody who was as comfortable as confident as you was talking about your fighter in Richardson, Hitchins. And
right.
Coach, just tell us, how amazing does it feel that y'all got that journey done and y'all the champs now?
I mean, at the beginning, it was exciting, it was exuberating. It was like, we accomplished a big dream together. Whatever his journey was in life and whatever my journey was in life, it was like at that moment, there was like a combustion, a combustion of success, a combustion of motivation, and a drive to get the job done. So
I'll ask you this, so many times in life, we look forward to something so much, and then we get there and it either lets us down or it feels greater than what we expected. How would you rate that feeling of becoming a world champion with Richardson Hitchins?
I mean, I don't know. Like, for me to rate it, like, I don't know. I just knew that throughout the years of my life and me boxing and being in the gym, that I could produce a world champion. When people thought I couldn't do it, I just knew that I could, and it got done. So I guess, I can say, it was an exciting moment. It was an exciting moment for me, and it's like I kind of was trying to prove myself, and things of that nature. So I mean, I don't brag, I just get the job done.
Coach, you definitely proved yourself. You proved yourself in a sweet fashion the way Richardson Hitchins went out there and devastated Liam Paro. That was a master class performance.
Right.
Now, well, Coach, let me ask you. I know, like you said, you have to prove yourself. How is everybody treating you now? Is it a different feeling now, the way everybody's treating you now since you have accomplished that goal? I know you're not done, but you accomplished the first goal. How do people
A
treat you
lot
now?
of people came to me and they gave me much respect, big props. And so, yes, they was like, yo, Lenny, that's big props. They gave me big props. And they like, you the only world champion coach that's in New York City right now. And they was just telling me I got a lot to be thankful about and grateful for. So I would say that they, people treat me differently. They treat me differently as an air of respect, different type of respect, which is cool. It's not like they lost any respect, but I just think that becoming that world champion coach and accomplishing that along with Richardson Hitchins, it just add to it.
Yeah, man. Now, like, it's great to bask in the glory and let's enjoy our title run, and we're champs now. But you know what's always been said. It's one thing to become a champ. It's a whole nother thing to defend that strap.
That's a fact.
All kinds of buzz going right now, and
Yeah.
we can start with anybody. We can start with anybody, but I want to lead. Matter of fact, no. How about you guys tell us right now, as far as right now, what's next? What are you guys hoping for? What's a best case scenario 2025?
Well, we're hoping for. I mean, you guys heard it when he announced it to Teofimo Lopez. We think that would be a big fight for New York City in the Barclays Center. We're hoping for that, but if we don't get it, there's other names out there like Jack Catterall. They have, the Devin Haneys, the Regis programs, because it's a hot division, and I'm confident that, if any one of those guys, come, to try to take the title, that it's going to be the same thing.
Tell me, Coach, how focused are you and Richard Hitchison right now? Because like they say, when you win a championship, you get better. You get a whole lot better. Tell me, have your focus and Richardson Hitchens' focus been even more since y'all won the world championship?
Of course. We're going to have to focus because people, you got a target on his back. So you're going to have to focus. Like right now, he's basking in the success. He's out of the country or out of the town or wherever he's at, having the ball. But when he comes back, it's going to be business as usual. We're going to have to look at the fight, not only just look at the good things that he did, but look at the bad things and the things that people could try to capitalize off of. So right now, he's just enjoying this moment. He's enjoying his basking right now in his success. But when he get back and, we get that call, we're going to get the job done.
Coach, the thing I love about your fighter in Richardson Hitchins is he very honest. He was like, I wasn't preparing myself right, getting ready for these fights. That's why it was so hard for me to make the 140 pound weight. But then, he said he had to get focused in to where he started doing everything right. Tell me, what was that switch that went off that made your fighter go in that direction?
Because he knew that it was showtime. He knew that it was showtime, and he knew everything that was at stake. You feel me? So he had no choice but to do everything right. Even though if he didn't want to do it, he had to do it. It's how bad you want it. And he wanted it bad.
Respect. That's what's up. Now, look, we are about 7 minutes into this show, and we ain't talking no shit yet, Coach.
Right.
And last time we left you, you know, we got a few names we want to discuss specifically, but last time we talked,
Yeah.
before you guys collected the belts,
Right.
you were very, very specific about wanting Devin Haney once you guys collected the belt.
Right.
Now we've seen, oh man, a lot has changed since the last time we spoke. We've seen, you know, we've seen lawsuits and we've seen drug tests and we've seen we've seen all kinds of stuff from the Haney camp, man. But
Right.
where does that stand? Is that still top of priority? Has there, I know Bill's been everywhere, you know, like you said last time, promoting his son, defending his son. Has there been any discussion? Is there a chance we see that next year?
No, I don't.
Say it again, coach. Say it again, coach. You kind of cut out.
I said I can't really confirm or deny. You know, it's just when we get that phone call. You know, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, I mean, Devin Haney right now and Bill Haney, they have other things that they got to get in check as far as, you know, what they're doing and as far as, you know, what Devin Haney is doing, you know, to get back into action right now. He got to get back into the flow. He lost a devastating fight between him and Ryan Garcia. It was a lot of lawsuits, like you said, lawsuits and all these different type of things. He got to get back in contention, you know. So and that's what it is.
And coach, I like Teofimo Lopez. I think, you know, he get a lot of, you know, slack, you know, and I don't know why sometimes, but you know, this where I'm finna give him some slack at. Right. He's a guy who's always talking about, you know, he want to make the best fights. He want to do the best fights. He want the best to fight the best. You know, everybody around the world seen how special Richardson Hitchins is. We seen it, right, against Liam Paro. It was a wipeout, coach. And
So
now Richardson Hitchins got on there and he's called Teofimo out and said some derogatory names, which I like. Now, I want to know, coach, like Teofimo said this what he wanted. Do you think he's going to keep that same energy?
I hope he do. I don't know what he's going to do, but I hope he does. I hope he keep that same energy. You know, again, these guys, these fighters, you know, today, they call out this fighter, they call out that fighter. You know, it's about fighting the best. You know, and they say they want to fight the best, but then they come up with something else. I think that people saw something in Richardson Hitchins on the night when he fought Liam Paro. They saw how he has an excellent jab, how he made the adjustments with Liam Paro, and everybody thought it was going to be like a whitewash on the part of Paro, you know. But they all got
Facts.
they all got, you know, mud in their face. And you know what? Now you don't hear nobody talking about nothing else. Before everybody has something to say. Oh, Richardson Hitchins got his ass whipped by what's that guy named Gustavo Lemos. All these funny ass names from Australia. He got his ass whipped by Gustavo Lemos and this, that, and the other. Oh, he this, but now you don't hear nothing.
Facts. And now, like my next question, you brought up funny names in Australia, right? It seems like old Kambosos, George Kambosos, just sits around Twitter waiting just to go at it. And then it's like these American fighters just jump at the opportunity to get on a Twitter beef with George Kambosos.
Right.
I think that is a hell of a name. I think that's a money fight. Obviously, Kambosos has a huge following in Australia. Right. We've seen sparks of greatness from Kambosos, and then we've seen the complete other side.
Right.
Is that something we might be able to see? I know you're not dropping names, and you've been very adamant about saying when we get those phone calls. But where does Kambosos rank on the possibility for us to see for Richardson Hitchins next year or this upcoming 2025 year?
Well, you know that they were saying that the zone was hoping that Africa would lose the fight so that they could make a fight with Kambosos and Liam Parrow.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility he might be next.
So but coach, being honest, Kambosos is the bigger name.
If it come, it come. If it come, it come. We ain't gonna say no. I guarantee you're gonna be.
But with him being the bigger name, are you and Africa willing to go to Australia to fight George Kambosos?
I think that would be I think that should be a fight that's in New York, since now Richardson Hitchins is the king of New York. So I think they should bring that fight here. Now, if we have to go to Australia, I mean, we go. You know what I'm saying? Even though, I mean, the deck can be stacked against us, you know, but that's just gonna prove his greatness if he go out there and he beat George Kambosos, in front of his home crowd.
Y'all definitely willing to go to Australia to make that fight happen.
If the price is right, then yeah, why not? Because like you said, that would be a good name to put on his resume for sure.
Facts. Now, in terms of unifications, and I again, man, I know we're just pulling names out of hats, and it's all speculation. I get it for sure. Right. But you guys obviously know the behind the scene more than anything, and our audience, all we do is sit around and wait for little signals or little signs. That's really what we do. So in terms of unification, because that's what gets the people going, you have Ryo, you have obviously Tio, and then who knows what's gonna happen with Devin and then Puello with that WBC.
Right. Didn't they have Teofimo? I thought I saw something where Teofimo was fighting Sabrina Matias.
Man, I don't know how official. Yeah, I saw that, but I don't know how official that was. I mean, is there a chance Hitch gets a unification match this year?
With one of those guys that have a belt?
Either one of them. Yeah, either one of them, man.
I think that a unification bout would be good, but at the same token, I'm thinking maybe he should get like 1 or 2 title defenses on his belt before he make that move, because that would make it even more lucrative and more exciting to want to watch. And not only that, he'd be like on go. You know what I mean? He'll be on go. Yep. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that he'll be like in fight mode. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but coach, the fans are gonna look at it and be like, 1 or 2 fights. He just put on a superb performance where he showed the whole world he arrived. Why do we got to get a mandatory shot when we want to see these big fights happen? And we know Hitchins is one of them guys who could bring boxing back to the forefront because he really want to fight. It'll be a lot of fans hearing this now, coach, and be like, no, we want to see him in them unification fights, especially right now while 140 is thick.
Right. I get it. That makes sense. But again, like I said, I think that you don't always want to put what they call the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
So to speak. You let the kid enjoy it, let him make a couple of defenses, and then go for that. Because you got to get the public, you got to get their mouth watering. And so the ball performances that he put on and make people want to see him.
Yeah.
Make people want to see him. And then you put those unification. Then you put those unification title fights together.
But yeah, I will say this: a lot of people still didn't believe when he was fighting Paro, coach, and when he went in there and put that, that whipping on Paro, that woke everybody up, coach. So
it made him a believer.
I get what you're saying, but people like myself, people like my guy JJ, people like my guy Mosquito Spray, we look at this guy as different, right? And Hitchins is talking like he different because he is on here saying all these things. I want them. Now I know he can't control these other guys if they want to get in the ring with him, because I know that performance he put on is scary. That's a scary performance. Them other champions saying they like, oh, do I really want this guy? But you know, I think this guy there, coach. Yeah, absolutely, coach. Because this is the thing right here. Okay, remember Bill Haney? We had him on our show. He said Africa always. We used to always beat up Africa, but he would never stop talking. Okay, Bill Haney, you said that. Now, Hitchins is a champion. Right now, let's see if he ain't just talking like you were saying he was talking. He ready for the work. Now I know he want the fight. I just hope these other guys come on with it with Hitchins, because I know he want them fights.
Yeah, well, like I said, come what may. If they knock at the door, and if it makes sense, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, right? But if it makes sense, then we're gonna go for it.
No, and I feel, look, I want to let it be known.
And I guarantee you that he's going to win. He's going to beat them.
Yeah, I get I see both sides of this, right? I see what you're saying about let the kid enjoy it. And then I see the fan side of it, where we're just licking our chops, salivating, like, oh yeah, we want more, championship, unification. Right. Now I think there's a happy medium where there's a ton of names at 140 where you could keep him busy. I'm not necessarily saying let's go for undisputed tomorrow. I see the importance, because would you correct me? Would you say that Richardson Hitchins is still developing too? He's young.
I think that he's still developing. That's why I said we'll go back, we'll look at the tape, see what mistakes he made, in this particular fight, not just the good stuff, but the bad stuff. And that's just how I am. Fact. Yep. And things, remember what I said to you before, things that you didn't see in the Lemos fight, you was going to see in this fight. Things that he didn't do, or people thought he couldn't do, he did it in this fight. I remember before they just said Richardson Hitchins didn't have a hook. He proved in this fight he had one, right?
Yep.
Every now, right? They were saying that. And because each time I go back, I look and see what we could do better. And so when people think that they got his number, when they get in there to fight him, they're going to be surprised once again. Because something different is going to happen in there. And I'm not saying I get to be saying that.
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, like I say, he made a statement to where he arrived. Like, I'm not going to crown no fighter until they have their crowning moment with your fighter or any other fighter. But he had his crowning moment. That's why he deserved to be crowned, and he did it in sensational fashion where he has the whole world looking at him different. I get it. But when I look at these other, like I look at a guy like, he one of my favorite fighters, the guy you just said, Jack Catterall, right?
Right.
I look at that. I like Jack Catterall, coach. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's an excellent fighter, and I think him and Hitchins matchup, that's gonna be a good fight.
I gotta watch him. I never really watched Jack Catterall.
You never watched Jack Catterall, coach?
I saw him. I think I watched him like maybe for a few minutes. He had good movement, if I recall. I saw his movement. It looked like he got a little dog in him too.
Oh no, cause he a dog, coach, and he coming too.
Huh?
He coming too because I feel like he supposed to been had this moment. Like,
don't he got a belt? Don't he have a belt?
No, not yet. Because he supposed to been had this moment because I feel like he won that first fight against Taylor. But they didn't give him that. But
right, they won, but then they fought again and he beat him, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't for no belt though. It was just everybody wanted to see it again, and it was a big fight across the pond, and it brought a lot of attention to it. But I look at Jack Catterall as a serious contender, and I look at him serious, like it's not a champion, right? I look at him as a problem for anybody in that division. right at 140. So I know
Jack
you say you
Catterall?
ain't seen him, Coach, but I'm telling you, you must start watching Jack Catterall. In my opinion, he's a contender at 140.
A lot of them guys just did it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I gotta check him out. He got a little determination with him.
Yeah, I want to chit chat real quick because Catterall is like we said, man. There's a lot of names. There's Regis, Catterall, hell, Josh Taylor. There's a lot of names to keep him busy. That on paper he should go in there and win. So the matchmaking shouldn't be too difficult to still give us fights that we'd like to see.
Right.
I mean, if you checking out the comments, and I'm not gonna put them all up, but people want to see Richardson active now with the big names, and that's a good thing, Coach. All that tells me is that all those doubters are now believers, or now they're like, no, let's really put, they're starting. The tide is turning. I want to make sure that you and Hitchins remember that me and this guy next to me have been praising Richardson Hitchins for the longest. We had a whole ass.
I remember.
Yeah, so I don't want to. I want to make sure that credit is due, and that y'all realize we've been giving this credit not just after the straps, man. No. Now, the reason I bring that up is you said he's still developing. My favorite thing about Richardson is
that fighter always remember one thing.
Yeah,
if a fighter think that he has arrived.
Yeah, facts.
That's the problem.
Facts, I agree.
Because you're forever learning. Even the greats, they're forever learning. So anybody that think that he has arrived, then that's the biggest mistake. Pride comes before a fall.
100%, man. And you stole my question for me. Do you get vibes from Richardson that, hey, I'm done learning, or is the kid still hungry to continue to get better and get better?
I can get those vibes, but when them get together, that shit gonna get. You think you ride? Okay, you see, but. That goes out the window. Now, he can feel that way, but the reality of it is that he has it. It's like any other fighter out there has it.
I'm glad you said that, Coach, because, when you're trying to become a champion, that hunger be ferocious, right? But when you become a champion, like I told you, even with a trainer, everybody start patting you on your back. Hey, Coach, what you doing? Hey, Richardson, you the greatest on the planet. They giving you all your pleasantries, well deserved, but sometimes them pleasantries could lack, right? It could go to your head and get better. So, other than that, this is my question right here. Has it ever? So, tell me about you and Richardson relationship. Like, was this the best moment that y'all had? I know it was the best moment that y'all had, but is it when did he understand everything you were saying to put him in this position? When did it click? I know it wasn't this fight because you became, but when did it click?
I think it might have clicked. I don't know. It might have clicked. I hear you. I think it clicked when he was a kid. When he was with cops and kids. When he was a kid, and he decided to train with me because his first coach was social and I haven't pronounced. I said social.
Shit, you got me still. I don't know.
It was Sosa because we was all in cops and kids, but that was kind of like his first coach. But it was something that he saw because of his drive. That's Richardson Hitchins' drive, and he wanted to be the best fighter in the world. He saw something in me that said, you know what, I'm going with this guy. You understand?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I understand that, of course, because you've been training them for a long time. But was it after the Limas fight where everybody was criticizing him?
Excuse me?
I know he chose you because you've been training them for a while. No, I'm talking about like when it clicked, like was it after the Limas fight where he really broke down and where he was really paying attention because even though he won the fight.
I think it was after the Limas fight because I'm going to tell you why. He thought that I was telling him some things that was wrong in that fight. And then once he started hearing the commentators, and then he started to see, like when I told him to go to the body and push him back, and you know what I'm saying? he saw that, that made a whole big difference in the fight. And so I think it was at that point, because he had called me early in the morning, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And he said to me, he said, yo, I got to apologize. He said, you were right. The commentators were saying this, the commentators were saying that. So it might have been at that point, at that juncture, that there was a shift. You understand?
Yeah.
And so, which led into this fight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though we might have our spats and our back and forth, because he's 27 years old.
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass man. I'm 64. You understand? So you got a young guy trying to tell somebody who been watching boxing way before he was born, even born.
Hell yeah.
So, but he's a young man, so they tend to clash back and forth. But the reality of it is that I think it was after that Lemos fight, coming up into this, he started realizing, I need to listen more.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes he still, because he's young, want to not listen, but he listens. You know, you tell a kid something.
Hell yeah.
And they act like they're not listening, but they're listening, especially when the moment of truth comes.
No, facts. And listen, speaking of the moment of truth, and shout out to, I just seen it in the comments, but you brought up the corner conversation. Shout out to Rafael. He said it clicked when Lenny was telling him in the corner he was down against Paro. What was that the first time? Now, 2 questions. Is that the first time you ever told Richardson Hitchins he was down in?
No,
it was not the first time. And second
and
of all,
he know me. He know my attitude. He knows that, don't come back in this. When you lose this fight, motherfuckers, you next.
Hell yeah! Now, did you genuinely feel he was down on the card, or
Of
were
course,
you just
100%, 100%? I said, because I'm sitting there and I'm watching what he's doing. I get it. He's trying to collect data, but it don't take 4 rounds to collect data. You understand? Because you're losing the fight right now. So collect your motherfucking data and pick that shit up.
So, Coach, it's so, and that's great to hear. So that's some of the things that you look forward to going back in training camp to tell Hitchins and get better at. That's the learning moments that you tell me that you could always work on.
Yeah, that and also his performance. It is performance. I still think he could do more.
Yep.
I still think he could do more.
Now, Coach, they call me Mr. IOTBA, and IOTBA acronyms, that means I'm on that bullshit again, right? So I'm going to get to it. Last time we had you on the show, right?
Yeah.
You was telling us about Bill Haney and how he be lying and stuff and all of that. And
I'm saying about the
listen, we had Willie Moses. Shakur Stevenson trained on that show, and he said everybody know Bill's a liar. So I just wanted to tell you that because that just popped across my mind, Coach. But I want to ask you this because, the one thing that bothered me about Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis and all these other guys, and I hope I don't have to see that with Richardson Hitchins, they want to be friends. Oh, you're my friend. I don't want to fight you. Oh, whoop-de-whoop this and whoop-de-whoop that. Will we see that out of Richardson Hitchins if Shakur Stevenson or one of them other guys move up who is one of his buddies? Will we see him say, oh, that's my friend. I don't want to fight you?
No, because I'm going to tell him. Because, because they're young. See, but back in the days, right, even like, when you had street fights with your homeboys, you fought them. You didn't fight them, or you didn't say, I'm not going to fight him because that's my friend. You had to fight. So now, but once you fight, then y'all cool again. You see what I'm saying? It happens like that. And so if the opportunity ever have to present itself and they have to fight, and like I said, if it makes dollars and it makes sense, then yes.
Okay, well, Coach, with me saying that, you hear Shakur Stevenson.
Yes. Now, if they say no, I'm just gonna say, then you're gonna blow good opportunity.
And with me saying that, like I hear Shakur Stevenson tell other fighters he'll come up to 140 and fight him. I want to hear Richardson. I want to hear Richardson Hitchins say what's occur. You told all these other fighters you'll come up to 140 and fight them. I'm the champion now. IBF to be exact. Come fight me.
Nah, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's different, dog.
That's different.
No,
That's calling somebody out
like that.
Yeah, what you want to know? What?
He can't be the agitator in this. It would have to be the promoter.
Okay. So, coach. So this, I thought this was the sport of boxing. I didn't think this was the sport of feelings, right? So we hear Shakur agitating people all the time. He loved to commentate on people's fights. We hear all these other fighters do it all the time, call these guys out. So no, it's not being an agitator. I just think that's the root of the field of boxing, coach. And you from the old school. You from the old school. I remember when what's the guy name at 140, one of my favorite fighters of all time, he called Sugar Ray Leonard out. What is his name? It's
Wealthy Benitez?
No, the black guy from Ohio. I cannot think of his name right.
Aaron Pryor?
Aaron Pryor, Pryor. So, like, when he, want to call that Sugar Ray, unfortunately, it never did happen. But I want to see that in boxing now. And also, coach, you say that they thought Poirot was going to win that fight, right? Do you do you think that Eddie Hearn was trying to? I ain't going to even say that, because do you think that since y'all proved yourself right now, do you think that y'all will be doing a fight, with Turkey Al-Rashid? Is that the goal, to try to aim to get on one of his cards?
That'd be nice. That'd be nice with Turkey.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah, because he the one paying the money, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let me let my partner. Let me let my partner cool down a little bit, because we got him all fired up a little bit ago. No, but I know you try to keep it respectful and all of that stuff. But like you said, Hitch is 27 years old. He's on social media. I know these dudes get under his skin. Whose ass does Richardson Hitchins want to kick next, Coach?
Whose ass?
Who does, friend or not, who does Richardson Hitchins look up, specifically a big name, to say, man, I can't wait to get my hands on him? Like, who's the one that you think he's going to shock the world with?
So say that again, bro.
What big name does Richardson want? Out of the Haneys, the Tanks, the Shakurs, all those names.
We called out Teofimo. So if Teofimo take the fight, then hey, that's a big name for New York.
No, 100%. And I want to clear the air with your first Devin Haney response when you said he's got a lot to clear up.
Yeah, what I'm saying right now for Devin Haney needs to get his shit back in contention like he once was, right? I think that a lot of this loss that he had with Ryan Garcia kind of took him out of the game, because he started doing a lot of flimsy stuff. And so the knockout didn't also play a part in his mental state, but also just all around, he got these lawsuits going on, that shit made him kind of retarded, I guess.
Goddamn.
Because like radio. What fighting, that because somebody I'm going to give you a case in point. I think I saw an interview with Andre Ward, and he was speaking on podcast with Andre Ward and Devin Haney. And when Andre Ward was talking to him, he went right to the Austrian. Andre Ward, you see what I'm saying? That the Austrian, it was only this much in the guy's system for what I So that shit, that punch made that young man go retarded. He started seeing ducks and shit, all kinds of stuff. So
hey, but my question then is, I see what you're saying. He's got a lot of shit to take care of, but you're not telling me you want him to go on a win streak and pick up some momentum, and then y'all going to face a hot Devin Haney. If any time is the time to do it, it would be now. Or do you not want there to be excuses? Why not get somebody who's a little bit vulnerable because of their own doing, not
like,
because it's external stuff.
Devin Haney might fight Richardson, Hitchins, and bite him. I ain't got time for that shit. No, for real though. But I get your point.
Yeah.
But it's not up to us. You understand? It's not up to us. So,
well, I just hope Eddie Hearn
happens. But if it comes to us, like I said, it got to make dollars. It got to make sense. You understand? It got to make sense.
Okay, Coach, we got a comment.
The question is, will Devin Haney be ready?
Oh, that's a question that's a question that would need to be answered. Coach, we got a comment from my guy Mosquito Spray. He says, salute to TSB. Ask Coach Lenny if he's having Hitchins sit down on his shots a little more. Seems to be the case versus Paro.
I agree, but you know what though? Like we've talked about that and we've worked on it, and he does it in the gym. You would see him sitting down on his punches, you know. And that's just like, again, that's like a thing that I guess later on, as he begins to get comfortable and fight more and more as a professional fighter, you'll see those things. Right now, I think that his mindset is hit and don't get hit. Distance, control distance, and different things like that, and be accurate and things of that nature. So, but I think that with all of that, comes more of confidence. You know, that's what I think. And I'm not saying that he don't have the confidence, you know, it's just like making those adjustments. You know, like as a fighter, you know, like I said, you know, each level goes high and high in terms of how we believe in ourselves.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I could say I believe in you, you could say you believe in you, but do you believe in you? And not saying that he don't believe in himself, because I'm sure he does. But as time goes on and he sees like the things that he do in the ring, it'll help him get to that point where he'll sit down more on his punches.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Now, kind of to that point, because it was the Cepeda fight, I think, where it almost seemed like you wanted Richardson to go for the finish, but I think he started playing more defense, and he even said after the fight, I felt the power, or I felt some power, so I adjusted. Would Richardson Hitchins today, that fight against Cepeda, look different based on what you just said, him getting a little bit more comfortable with his power, or do you think that was just him feeling his instinct and adjusting? Do you think there's more confidence in his power now to where like that Cepeda fight would have looked a little different? Yeah,
I believe that is both. I think that the Cepeda fight would have definitely, if he was to fight Cepeda like right now, he wouldn't even worry about the power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't. It's just that sometimes what happens with fighters, they hear so much about what the other fighter got, and they forget what they got. You dig what I'm saying? So they go in there and they fight caution to the wind. You understand?
Yep.
You know, until they realize, oh shit, I could have did this, I could have did that. And that helps build the confidence. So I would say yes.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
And just a follow up to that, I just have to say, man, my favorite thing about him is that I can tell he's a thinking man in the ring. He's not just blessed and gifted with skills. And I remember the Cepeda fight where he made those adjustments. Now you look at his last fight with Paro, how different the second half of the fight looked than the first half. To me, man, when you see that, when you're able to do something like Floyd Mayweather, where the first 4 rounds always kind of looked iffy and then he just turns it on, I want to make it known that I love what I see from Richardson Hitchins, and I think the future is bright for him. And I'm not just saying that because you're right here in front of me, Coach. I think the world of Richardson, and you let him know we said that, man.
Right. For sure, 100%. 100%. I think that's cool, too, what you say about how he gives the people, like, the way he collects his data.
Yep.
But you know who else does that, though? Tank.
100%.
Tank does that, but he got to realize that he don't got the power that Tank got.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Tank got that one hit quitter. You know,
Coach. But Coach, but listen, that's like my dog Mosquito Spray was saying. If I believe if Richardson Hitchins wanted to stop Paro that fight, he could have sat down and stopped him. His
I believe
defense,
you, me too.
his defense was so superb that fight. So when you say only Tank could do it, no, I don't think that just Tank could do
With
it.
Richardson and Hitchins, it would be more cumulative. It would be more cumulative than just like one punch. You get what I'm saying? Like you get a guy, like it would be more cumulative, meaning that he would have to throw more. Bah, 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 bah. Like that first shot, boom. He can hit, you see the guy stumble, then he stepped to him and put punches together on him. You get it? Where Tank slip one punch and boom, and you on the floor.
But that uppercut, why did he wait to start throwing it so late?
That's how he be doing.
That uppercut was there all night, Coach. And when he landed that uppercut, that hurt Paro, Coach.
Yeah,
why did he wait to throw the uppercut?
Yeah, it was when he was against the ropes. I saw it.
Yeah, so
and then
I don't know. Like I'm glad that like you is who you is, and like you have that mindset that you can always get to the fighter, and even the trainer can always learn more, because like I say, I truly believe now skies is the limit for you and Richardson Hitchins. Now let me ask you, Coach, not just speaking on Hitchins.
The uppercut was long. I'm gonna tell you why it took so long for him to get the uppercut off. Because maybe he didn't see Paro leaning over like that. Paro was always straight up. He was always straight up. But then when he tried to catch Richardson against the ropes, like maul him, that's when he was forced to put his head down, and that's when that uppercut slipped in there. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
So, Coach, I want to highlight you now, though, too. Because you're a championship head trainer now, and can't nobody ever take that from you, Coach. Right. Tell me about some of your other guys, Coach, that you got coming up at the gym.
Right now, I'm working with Harley Medeiros. He got a fight coming up on the 25th of January. So I'm not really like working with a whole bunch of fighters like right now. Only just Harley. You know, he called me, told me to work with him. I don't have a problem with that. So I said, okay. You know?
That's cool, Coach.
And that's why I'm able to get Richardson and Hitchins to the point with the level that he's at. Because I don't be taking on a whole bunch of fighters. You know, I'm able to focus, you know, and build relationship and able to, you know, now maybe in the future, as he begin to develop and win more fights, whatever, if certain fighters come to me, then maybe, yeah, you know. But right now, as it stands, I'm just working with Harley Medeiros, Richardson Hitchins.
But you know that's how it happened, Coach. What? You know, you don't put the eye. Everybody got the eye of the tiger, and you showed that when y'all won that belt, and that's when all of the fighters started looking that way. Now they see the skill set, and as they see other fights come on. So let me ask my question is, since you told me that, are you willing to accept other fighters in the future? Not right now, because I know what the plan is right now, but in the future,
of course,
you know.
Of course, why not? I would do that, of course. But I also, like, I think that it has to be a good fit. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a good fit. I'm just not going to just take on fighters, just take on fighters. You know, the good fit is personality, motivation, desire, you know, discipline, all those different type of things, you know, that you know, that can make the person a great fighter. You know,
I agree wholeheartedly. So when do y'all get back in the gym, Coach? Because he's champion now. I know you said he's on the vacation now.
He went away. I think he might even be back now. He ain't called me.
So when y'all get back in the gym, Coach? What's the plan?
Probably another week or whatever, just to, you know, keep his you know, the machine oil.
And when do you think is reasonable that his next fight we'll see him in the upcoming fight? Like, I know we can't.
I think they said sometime in April, May.
Okay.
April, May.
Coach, and you know, we getting up there in time. I know y'all about an hour ahead of us too, but I just want to ask a couple questions on a couple fights coming up and your thoughts on them. Not just these might from that, general consensus, they might be easy picks, but I want to know more like your thoughts about the fight leading up. First one, I know y'all got love for Shakur, but he's fighting what a lot of people still consider a prospect, regardless of him. Kid Austin Schofield, Floyd Schofield. Yeah, so he's been calling out the big names for a long time. We got a relationship with the kid. I know he's a heavy underdog. But Shakur, he's been taking a lot of criticism for whatever you want to call it, running, not being aggressive. How do you see that fight playing out?
Do you
think there's a risk at all?
I've never seen the kid Schofield fight. What's his name? I watched him again.
Floyd Schofield.
Floyd Schofield. I'm gonna give him a check out. But I never seen him fight. I mean, what's his record?
Like 17-0,
17-0. No, he's 17-0, 12 knockouts.
That's not bad. It depends on who you've been knocking out.
100%. And like you look at him, you can see the flaws. But if anybody has a puncher's chance, it's a kid Austin. But and I don't want to get too much on it if you haven't seen Schofield fight.
I haven't watched the fight. No.
Yeah. So we'll probably have to pick up
other fighters out there that you call, I guess, could have fought right at his weight class.
Yeah. Go ahead, Corey.
His best friend in the world, Keyshawn Davis. But they got it going on.
Better fight for Schofield.
Yeah, but Keyshawn didn't want to fight Schofield. Schofield been calling all them guys out. And that's why I give Schofield credit there, right? Because all these other guys don't want to fight him. Either they doing their own thing or they best friends with him. But at least Schofield had the heart to come up and want to fight him. I'm telling you, because that's sickening to me. And I understand you could be friends, right? But one fighter said that back in the day, I seen it. Well, if you my friend, let's make some money together.
Exactly.
And then we can be friends after that.
Yeah, I think that was who said that? Y'all remember that statement there. If you my friend, was it a heavyweight?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, right?
It was heavyweight, right?
That's who I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was Tyson. And it's a hell of a look. This is a sport at the end of the day, and I understand more than anybody. If for some reason me and this guy had to fight, it would be difficult. But it's a sport. But we hope we see Hitchins against Shakur one day in all of those fights. But another question I had before we let you go: Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. Are you mad at the matchup? Do you think Lamont Roach has a chance? What are your thoughts on the fight?
I don't know if Lamont Roach has a chance. Like I always tell people in the past, and I tell them now and forevermore, I'm always go with Tank. I don't care who Tank fight. I'm always go with Tank.
What's the relationship with you and Tank where you say you always go?
Tank my guy. Tank my guy. Yeah, I just work with Tank sometimes. Tank got a nice person. A lot of people don't know Tank he's a cool young man. I like Tank. I can't really say nothing bad.
Okay. Now, Tank, I could probably see where Tank would be cool at. So I see that's probably the friendship that
it's not so much friendship.
No, I'm talking about that's probably be the fight that we won't see with Hitchins if that fight presents itself.
Hitchins and Tank?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think you'll ever see that.
But what if it presents itself? Would y'all take that fight, Coach?
I guess so. It depends. Like I said, if it make dollars, then it makes
That's Tank, Coach. A Tank fight comes with money.
Yeah,
that fight won't present itself.
Nah, that could be a $10 million, $20 million fight.
Yep.
Say yes.
Yep. Well, man, I'm all questioned out, Coach. And like I said, I appreciate you. It's still kind of the holidays. Great. Do you got any other stuff you want to follow up on?
I just want to thank the coach, for taking out the time coming on here. I mean, I want to thank the world championship trainer, head coach. Everybody put some respect on Coach Lenny Wilson's name. Not only has he been coaching boxing for a long time, but now he can say he has his champion. And Coach Lenny, we're proud of you, man.
Thank you,
we're proud of you, Coach. And, we're just happy. I was happy that moment because I remember us doing the interview, right? And, you from Brooklyn, right? And you know, y'all up there in Brooklyn, y'all got them raspy voices, right? So I'm just listening to you in the corner, and you was real with Hitchins. Come on, let's go. Whoopty whoop this and whoopty whoop that. And I just feel like you're gonna always keep that same energy with him, no matter how y'all get. And I'm just happy for y'all, Coach.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you so much, my man. I like that. That's good. I think
yes, sir.
I think that anybody, you know, and I think that anybody that that has made some type of accomplishment in their lives, and people recognize it, and because only there's an old saying, real recognize real, right? And for you to say that to me, I respect that, because real recognize real.
Now, facts, Coach, because in life, bro, like everybody have a wanna make it, right?
Right.
And you know, some will and some won't. But like we looking at history right here. This is a guy, you from Brooklyn, New York, right?
Right. Yeah.
What street in Brooklyn?
I live on Willoughby.
No, I'm talking about where you grew up at though in Brooklyn.
Well, I grew up in Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy. Now, yeah, now when they mention Bed-Stuy, they got to say, even though they can already mention it, but you know, it's nothing like getting them accolades on it to put the icing on the top. Now when they mention Bed-Stuy, they got to mention your name too, Coach.
For sure. That'd be cool. I might have to get my own street sign, right?
No, facts.
Hell yeah.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you.
We appreciate you, Coach. We love to have you back in the future.
For sure, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Have a wonderful new year, man, and good luck to you in the future and your next fight. And we'll talk soon.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Coach, one more question.
What's that?
Like, you tell Richardson Hitchins we need to get him on the show, Coach.
All right,
can you put in a good word for us, Coach?
For sure, I tell him.
Thanks, Coach.
Salute.
Sure.
All right, Coach.
For sure, I got you on that.
Salute, baby. Take it easy, Coach.
Salute, Coach.
All right.
Bless. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me mess with this real quick, Corey. There we go. Oh, hold on. We're just gonna have to go with it now. We'll finish it out with the echo. But
yeah.
What do you think about Coach and Richardson and all that?
Thought it was good, man. I think it was an excellent show tonight. I like Lenny Wilson, man, and it ain't no bias against him. It's just you when you talk to a person, you can see what type of person that a person genuinely is, bro. It's a lot of people who could get the success and the success could go to their head, right? You know, and that's normal, you know. Everybody been there. We all had success before when we thought our shit didn't stink. You know, I could say I was one of them, right? But I learned from I'm just saying anything we do. The jobs I used to work at, boy, I walk around there like my shit didn't stink. Because when I came in, I say the king is here. You understand me? So we all get like that, right? But you can just see the how humble he is, you know, the humility in him. And you could just tell Jose Jr., that he's a great human being, bro. Shout out to Jose Sr., though.
Shout out to my pop. Hey, I'm gonna mute you real quick, right? And this is Rafael said, y'all did good tonight. Y'all was embarrassing last night. Bro, she was a different, like, you know, obviously a lot of people don't know who Danielle is, Danielle Perkins, and you know, she's a quiet lady and respect to her. We couldn't force her to give us answers, my guy, but I appreciate the feedback, my boy. Hey, man, but listen, also something else I want to say, guys, is like sometimes, look, we got to, again, I hate drilling this new setup, but, you know, it's just me and Corey here. We ain't got no producers or nothing like that, and we're trying new things and stuff like that. So sometimes if y'all see me just looking spaced out, it's because I'm messing with electronics in the background. So, like right now, for example, I got to be whipping back and forth with the audio.
Yep, and then y'all hear me. I'm on here, and now you hear.
Yeah, you hear me. So it was a tough night. I know where we got to get better, and we'll come through even harder next time. But, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, guys. We hope y'all had a hell of a New Year's. We appreciate all the support. We got a hot schedule coming up. We got a bunch of tentative things scheduled, but we'll let y'all know as soon as they come up. But thanks for all the support. Cray, I'm gonna unmute you so you can close. Say something nice before I close it out.
Man, I just want to salute everybody for the continued support. We're 3 years in running. I think this is going to be our best year yet. You know, we had a lot of things happen over 3 years. We both had little bitty babies, right? Now the little bitty babies are growing up, and we getting adjusted to that. But I think this is going to be the Spit Bucket Podcast best year, best effort that we ever put out, even though we done did some great things. But like Coach Lenny say, you can't just know that you did some great things. You got to always want to do better. And one thing I got to say, if it wasn't for y'all, the millions, hold up, and millions of the Spit Bucket Podcast fans,
the Bucketheads,
Bucketheads around the world, you know, who support us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you know, Apple, and all them other social media names, we won't be able to do what we do. So big dog salute to y'all.
Yeah. Facts, my boy. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I'll turn the little banner down. Y'all, please like, subscribe, share. Cut out some of the things that, or do some screen records and tag us on social media. Correct. What you gotta say?
Once again, y'all know all our super chats are going to our great friend who recently passed away, and this is going, you know, for his wife, you know. And everybody, please, if y'all can take out the kindness of y'all heart, no matter what, because 100% of everything that we do, you can cash out too, the Spit Bucket Podcast, $ the Spit Bucket Podcast. Y'all could do all that, and if you cash out, just make sure you put in there Joel, Joel, so we could know that cash out and that y'all showing and we can know where to put that money up. So it's $ the Spit Bucket Podcast. You know, this is in memory of Josel Jusino, and we're gonna make sure we do our part, and we're gonna make sure we continue doing our part. Shout out to Boxing and Barbecue, my guy Chris.
Yeah, man. Well said, Corey. Yeah, any way you guys can contribute. We're going to be doing the super chat and the super sticker donations all through the month of January. But like Corey said, that Spit Bucket Cash App's open as well. But once again, guys, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your mammy, tell your pappy, all that fun stuff. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful night.
This is JJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA. Mr. Lee Boys can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast.